Alright. Much peace, much peace, much peace. Hope you're out there blessed, man. Sunray back in effect. Doing the thing, just impromptu chat coming through, man. It's been a while. As the title said. Hope everybody's been well through this time. Lockdown, I've been this good, trying to get my mind right doing the thing. Trying to keep creating, composing, getting my online presence a bit better. Created like Instagram, Snapchat, and things like this, but so like LBT679, little brother to Mill 679. Check that out, brother to Mill. Um, Sub Ali on Facebook and things like this, but I'll get it out there faster and sooner. Peace to everybody coming through. Appreciation always, you know what I'm saying? So just give me a sec, I'll put um, the link up in a bit, but just hope everybody is good in this time. I better say my piece a little bit before, not really hoping everybody to jump on, but because it's always peace from Australia, man, out here to everybody trying to keep this thing worldwide in effect. Be the flame, we up here, we out, and it's pretty dark as you can see, but it's just getting dusk time, and myself personally, I kind of like to wait until it gets really dark, until I turn, not really dark, but it's complete darkness, till I turn on the light, just for, it's kind of a traditional thing, something I do, and it's to kind of, what would you call it, family thing, and then turn on the light for a second, not for a second, but it's just to give respect to the actual sun, I guess, and time that it is here. Because the darkness still, that's Earth too, and that's survival mode. Some things come out at night. As they say, there's a song, the freaks come out at night, but I'm talking about in reference to nature, like nocturnal animals. There's probably some nocturnal human beings, but trying to be serious about it, like, legit, there's a lot of plant life, animal life that is resting during the hours of the sun and then comes out at night. Well, in the moonlight, and forages around, finds its food, and comes back when the sun is coming up. And that's a beautiful thing. People, we've got to realize, and I think, that's what I'm trying to do with like little bits of this channel. It's flowing, all which ways, different ways, but I'm definitely going, excuse me, with the music and all this thing, like, so I want to do, that learning doors, learning music to use it using doors indoors. So, and basically also getting this up out to have that space where these facts that have changed, like, shaped the way society is, and they're not very commonly known. I want these things to be out there known. They really need to be more, like, yeah, they're just commonly thought about, because these are the debate. They're very, the foundations, I guess, of the way things were, the complexities of society, and if we all just figured the truth a bit, if we are honest, sincere, and humble about changing the way society is, or giving people a fair go and a chance, but things haven't really seemed to change in my in this time I've been alive, and I'll definitely say I took a lot for granted as a youth and in the early 20s, because I was still living at home and with my parents, and I really just, I was looking back, this was just Still, I can't regret anything, and I did what I did, and I made be what I am, and I'm happy. But it's like, but it's, it's like, no, not even, but it's like, so it's like the, yeah, and then I've even forgot which way it was. So whichever way it was, it's like, life is life, but and that's right. Like I took things for granted. Now I'm fucking like, because life is life, but then if you were to, there's so many forms. We can. Do you want to be a lawyer, a doctor, or a professional sports player, or a homeless person, a farmer, or a singer, or do you want to, earn you double the amount of money you require to complete your living standard? Do you want to have a higher living standard than everybody else? Do you want to be equal? Do you want to make money off the back of somebody else? There's so many questions out there that could be answered, and like people don't really pay attention to it, or they turn a blind eye, or they obviously do, but they can't. They can sleep with it because it's just the end of that. This is life, so they think, okay, it's either was it like dog eat dog world kind of thing. So it's either me or them. If I don't get this place, then somebody else will, and I'll be the one who misses out. But that's the mentality really of a lot of people, and that's I think just saying that, then I think that's got to change, because if it's not me, then it's them, and it's you. Well, why can't we both kind of come to some sort of compromise, and so that we are both satisfied, I guess, and content. Whereas with the other situation, you'd have somebody in an extreme sense of like uh, euphoria, or they adrenaline because they've achieved this massive heights or wherever they're at, and then you'd have somebody who's at a complete distraught in their brain, I guess, mental breakdown, because they are so far away from the position that this other person is in, and society's kind of telling them to, that is the place to be. So I mean, yeah, it is what it is. It was what it was. So, and we were trying out there to achieve, but do we believe the politicians? Do we believe the people that we see on the news? Or do we read between the lines? Do we try and make our own minds? Are we swayed by social media? Swayed by music? Swayed by substances? There's many, many things, man. So I don't have the answers, and I'm gonna say that again. And I know that I don't have the answers to everything. Um, I learn every day of my life, and I like to. I like to learn about cultures and history and other people, and respect their story, because I can understand some struggle. And when I even say that, like personally myself, being born in Australia and traveling overseas, I'm quite fortunate. I could definitely have to say, like from the amount they bought my great grandparents and stuff like that, what they would have had to go through, and my parents getting over here through their hard work and study and things like that. Um, so I don't think that's much less like suffering in comparison. You could say there's mental things and whatnot, or we all, the money, but see, the money was whatever, but then suffering of somebody who doesn't have anything to eat, he doesn't have anything on his feet, he doesn't have anything on his roof, like over his head, and it's raining every night, mosquitoes everywhere, or things like, and that could be, I'm thinking somewhere in a third world country in a jungle, but then what about you get a homeless person who's out on the street, no shoes, no food, But then a lot of the times in big cities, you find that they do get soup kitchens and they seem to find their way around to survive and things like that. But just the standard of life, the meaning of the war, what is life? But, I've hit 10 minutes, man. I just came up here to say my piece and just say I'm back, you know. I'll definitely be coming up doing more things, more music, more chats and things like that, like and just spreading peace, spreading all that, just and self belief, manifestation, be on the right path, follow your intuition, trust your instinct, So if you could if you see this, please hit the like, comment, subscribe, share, and then if you got Instagram, hit it up on Lil Brother Tamil LIL Brother TAMIL 679 or hashtag LBT 679. So you know what I mean? So yeah, just keep it growing, keep it going, keep progressing, and keep it professional, man. You know what I mean? Be the best. Peace always. See you soon. And stay well, man. I hope you guys, everybody, that's honestly, man, through this thing, this type of lockdown. I just said before, so and that's sincerely, I mean that. So we gotta try and manifest the thoughts, be the best you can. Strive.